Slow down now.
All right, go ahead, MJ.
Parsons' much-anticipated return to Dallas ended in a 40-40 tie last night as Brandon McManus nailed a 34-yard field goal as time expired in overtime. The 80 combined points are the second most in a tie in NFL history. So here's Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons' reactions to the post.
You don't play the game for ties. I've told y'all before, I don't care about the stats. I don't care about the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. I just care about the end result and the win. And so, yeah, it's a weird feeling.
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm pissed off, you know. I'm very disappointed just overall how we performed. You know, I even told Jordan to the side, you know, thank you for having our back today. Jordan played like the player he was, and we let him down. We didn't live up to the expectations on defense.
Two very different reactions there for sure, and you can see why. They're very happy to welcome in Damien Woody into the conversation. All right, so does the tie say more about Green Bay or Dallas to you?
For me, it's Dallas. Like, listen, everyone had an expectation coming into this game that Green Bay was going to wipe the floor with the Dallas Cowboys. The defense going to be able to get after this Dallas Cowboys offense with the pass rush. Remember, like a couple weeks ago, this Green Bay Packers defense, they're the number one defense in the league by kind of a large margin coming into the game. And so when you look at the Dallas Cowboys missing a couple offensive linemen, okay, no CeeDee Lamb. Everyone's wondering coming to the game, okay, how are they going to generate points? You know, who is going to be that guy? Dak Prescott has arguably been playing the best quarterbacking of any quarterback in the National Football League.
Slow down.
No, ain't no slow down. See, you know what? Every time I come on here, you be trying to beef with me. I don't know why. Every time. But listen, Dak Prescott has been playing his behind off for the Dallas Cowboys, and that trade for George Pickens is working out absolutely wonderful for the Dallas Cowboys. And so for me, when I look at the Green Bay Packers, they're the youngest team in the National Football League. Remember you heard the conversations come out of the locker room where they're talking about undefeated seasons and Super Bowl and all that. And you see how that's played out over the last couple of weeks. You go on the road, you lose to the Cleveland Browns, and then ultimately you go out here and you tie the Dallas Cowboys. But I got to give the Dallas Cowboys a lot of credit. I love the game that Brian Schottenheimer called in eliminating Micah Parsons. You know, you always got to eliminate those guys that are quote-unquote playmakers who destroy a game. I got to give a lot of credit to Brian Schottenheimer and how he called the game. And Dak Prescott, can we give that man his props? Can we give that man his props? You can sit here and roll your eyes about Dak Prescott right now, because I know it's so predictable. Just wait. That's all you're going to say. Just wait on it. Just wait until December. Just wait on Dak Prescott. But we got to get Dak Prescott his props.
29 straight years.
Well, I mean, we got to give Dak Prescott his props, man. So it says to me more about the Dallas Cowboys.
Go ahead, Cam.
Thank you! Because, Woody, I can't allow you to come on here when the temper. We spraying nothing but bad and spraying all bad vibes away. That's good vibe repellent. You dig what I'm saying? Or good vibe energy. And when you say he's playing the best, no. I'm going to remind everybody about this particular individual, Joshua Raheem, the individuals that's over there in Buffalo. You dig what I'm saying? You remember him? So
I remember.
So when you have a guy that's playing out of his mind, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the thing that everybody questioned last year, how would Josh Allen play without those receivers? And what did he do? Go win an MVP. I mean, it's arguably. I mean, it's one of those scratch your head moments. But he did it with the team. What Daquavius is doing is still the same. Play within yourself. Allow guys around you to make plays. Don't go over and beyond because you don't need to. Play within yourself. Gives guys opportunities. Let's see what George Pickens can do. He showed you. Let's see what everybody else can do. They showed you. And do not put the ball in jeopardy. That's all we're asking Dak to do. So when I'm looking at Josh Raheem Allen, perform at a high level, and you just gonna sit up here and say Dak is playing better than him?
Yeah.
Slow down.
Oh yeah.
I just want to
we have the rights to that song?
show you. Now you got to edit it a little bit, but that's all I'm saying. Let's keep things into perspective. Last night's game did prove a lot for Dallas, right?
Yeah.
And this is coming from a person I've been abundantly clear and open to tell you, like, yo, I just call a spade how I call it. Dak is playing a very, very clean brand of football that's needed to be continuous for them to have a chance moving forward. We can win without CD. We never thought that. Last night showed that could be the case. If we can get Matt Eberflus defense to lock in, get off the field on third down, and stop having these blown coverages, oh my goodness, what would that look like?
So basically, you agree with me.
No.
You agree with me. I mean, it's okay.
We did a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. We can
okay.
agree to disagree.
Okay, all right. Okay.
See that, brother?
Yeah.
Last night's game was more about the Packers. We walked into the season knowing that the Dallas Cowboys would have a prolific offense, and they have not disappointed. We were talking about the Green Bay Packers as arguably the number 1 seed. We were talking about them after they beat up on the Lions and then the Commanders, that this was the top threat to the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC. 2 weeks later, after a loss to the Cleveland Browns, no offense whatsoever, and a tie to the Dallas Cowboys, no defense whatsoever, now we finding out they ain't what we thought they were. Because they came into last night as the number 1 scoring defense in the National Football League. And the Green Bay Packers the Dallas Cowboys put up 40 on them. Why did they put up that 40? Suddenly, Green Bay couldn't get to the quarterback. Suddenly, they couldn't tackle, okay? They couldn't stop a cold. That's what we're seeing. We don't look at them the same way we looked at them 2 weeks ago. We found out their vulnerabilities. You got Micah Parsons there. It's a revenge game. Micah Parsons coming back. As the opposite dudes, the Dallas Cowboys shipped him out of town. You couldn't even muster up and gumption up the nerve to give your A performance for Micah Parsons. You couldn't do that. This is what we're talking about with the Green Bay Packers. Suddenly, we went from talking about them in that regard to looking at Philly, to looking at Detroit, to looking at Tampa, to looking at the Rams before we even think about the Cowboys. But let me get to the Dak Prescott, because I know y'all like to, just talk about, just shower him with all this praise. And by the way, the brother deserves it. He's 77-48 as a starter. He's 29 games over 500 as a starter. And last night was his first tie, right? So we got that part, right? Then I'm looking at the fact that, he averaging about 279 yards a game. I mean, it's pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? I mean, he's really, really impressive.
So he balling.
I understand it, right? And then what I did was I took the liberty to scroll back up and to look at, damn, he might be doing something he never did before. And then I looked, in 2019, 306 yards a game. In 2020, 371 yards a game. In 2021, 2,278 yards a game. So we've been here before. Where'd that get him? You see what I'm saying? The point that I'm trying to make is this. You see, this is the thing that makes me laugh. This is what's making me laugh. Now, I will do you this favor and acknowledge. Living in the moment, that was then. It shouldn't take away from what he's doing now. Fine. But I would remind y'all, why don't we talk about Dak in more glowing terms when we look at the landscape of the league? Because what we're doing is gauging what you gonna do. Because now, Cam, before we go any further, let me tell y'all something right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam, former Heisman Trophy winning national champion, all that good stuff, coming to the league, number 1 overall pick, carried the Carolina Panthers 15-1 record. You know what we used to do with Cam? Damn it. What's he gonna do here? What's he gonna do there? You know why? Because his game was here, and we said, well, what you gonna do when it's time? So the same Cam that wants to sit here and wax poetically, you understand what I'm saying, asking us to be there.